Welcome to PA Timber Goose. Today is December 26th. Hopefully everybody had an awesome Christmas. Spent some time with the family, eat lots of turkey. It's very cold today. It's about 10 degrees. The barrel on my Lyman is like holding onto a block of ice. Gotta have some really good cold weather gear when you hunt these kind of days. It's very difficult to sit still. And everything is so cold, you usually don't do very well walking around because everything is frozen. I'm a big fan of Arctic Shield. Last year I bought these. These are Arctic Shield booties. I no longer need to have hand warmers taped to my toes when I have these in my pack. This will actually fit over top of my giant pack boot. Takes a little wiggling to get on, but they're very warm if you're going to sit in the stand for long periods of time. They're a little textured on the bottom, but they're really not made for walking through the woods. They're made for sitting on the stand. These are about $60 at Amazon. I will put a link for this down in the comments section. My pack boots. Cabela's no longer makes these. These were 1,400 gram Thinsulate. These are actually a light version of a snow boot. And my pants, Arctic Shield, has a nice zipper up the side with snaps on the outside, so you can put these on over top of your boots without taking them off. On the top I have Arctic Shield too. I always have a lot of layers when I hunt this time of year. So this is what I use in archery season, this coat here. Mossy oak bottomland. Then I have a vest underneath. I have a wool base layer, and I also have a fleece that is in the pack. I had so many clothes on this morning I was sweating. I had to take everything off and let all the sweat dry out of my clothes because I was starting to shiver. And then when I walk around, I take a couple layers off, put them in my pack, and when I find another spot to sit, I put them back on. The bottom I have Under Armour thermals underneath of my Carhartt pants, and wool socks on the bottom. This is what I found that works the best for me over the years, but probably the best addition to my cold weather gear are these booties right here. These are awesome. My feet are always cold, and I can wear lighter pack boots and walk around much easier because when I sit down I can put another layer over top of them. Feet have never been cold with those. I can't say enough about those. Here's my Lyman 54 caliber Great Plains Hunter. You can see how well this balance. It weighs in at around 12 pounds, and it shoots really well. It's not really barrel heavy. You just got to lean into it and get used to shooting it. I have some Lyman sights on here. I change these. There's a white dot. There's a white bead on the front. It makes it much easier to see. I have my gun sighted in for 100 yards. I can hit a 8-inch paper plate at 100 yards. I can shoot about a 6-inch group with this. As far as my load, I shoot 3F black powder. I shoot 70 grains, which is equivalent to about 90 grains 2F powder. It's never a waste of trip when you go in the woods and you don't see nothing. Usually by the end of the season, the deer move around. They're all spooked, so they're hiding. It's usually a good idea to go out and scout around before you waste a day sitting in there and not seeing nothing. The spot I hunted in this morning, I scouted that out in August, and I never came back in archery like I planned to. Most muzzleloader hunters always have a separate pack to put all their stuff in, or you could put everything in your pockets. It's up to you. I like to keep mine in a separate bag. A lot of guys will call this a possibilities bag, and usually it'll be leather. But this is a fishing pack from LL Bean. I've had this for years. This is one of my many fishing packs. I have too many packs sometimes. This is a CVA container, and this has 4F in it. This is for my pan. You push the little lever here and dribble a little bit of powder in there and close it. So that's what goes in the pan. I have a powder flask here, and this is a brass nozzle. What you do is you use a powder measure and pour it in there and mark it off, and then cut it, file it down. This nozzle will hold 70 grains of powder. Basically what you do with this is pull the lever over like this and put your finger in here. This will fill up the tip. It's not exactly 70 grains, but That's how you measure out your powder, or you could use a powder measure. This method is much easier. When I had my inline gun, I shot 100 grains of 2F in there, so my nozzle was a little bit longer. And I shot 300 grain jacketed XTP bullets, and got a few deer with that. They're pretty brutal on deer. They make a giant hole. And my patches I use for my gun or 018. These are pre-lubed, and this came at the recommendation of another hunter. The thickness of the patch and my powder load from somebody that owns a black powder shop, and he's been doing it his whole life. So now I'm paying it forward. He helped me with my inline and my flintlock loads. I always have an old piece of t-shirt. This is used for cleaning the barrel. I have a takedown 12 gauge rod in my pack, cleaning the barrel when I'm done. And I do take my gun home and clean the barrel out much better. Another plastic bag. I have everything in plastic bags. I have all the tools I need to make a repair in the field. I've run into problems already up in the mountains. Here's a piece of emery cloth. I can clean up the frizzing with this. I have a file down screwdriver to remove the flash hole in case I forget to put powder down the barrel. That will happen to you sooner or later. I have a small Allen wrench in here. This will tighten the jaw up on the hammer, on the flint. I have extra flints. I'm not actually sure this is a flint. I bought these from Dixie Gun Works, and they said German agate flint, so I have a few of them. Some of these I bought from Thompson too. They look very similar. I have a few paper clips in here. This is for cleaning the flash hole out. And as you can tell, I have quite a few pieces of flint in here. Sometimes they shatter when it's cold. Fingers are pretty numb. There's a flash hole. I have a few of these in here. And I did make the hole a little bit bigger. I put a drill bit in there, and I found one that would fit in the hole. Then I went one size up and made the hole a little bit bigger. That helps eliminate these hang fires. I get pretty much a fire every time I pull the trigger now. And in the bottom here, one last thing, I have extra pieces of deer skin. This is from a doe I shot many years ago. That's what's holding the flint in the jaws. The powder containers, I bought these when I was 20, so they got quite a few years on them. This box here, this had muzzleloader bullets in it. Shockwave Spire Point bullets, 50 caliber, 250 grain. That's what I was shooting in my my CVA inline. Pair of scissors to cut my cleaning patches. This came from the dollar store. Number 13, Thompson's bore cleaner. You only need a few drops of that, but definitely if you want to clean the barrel, you need to have some kind of cleaner with you. And here's the ball starter. Put the ball in the barrel, push it down with your finger, and then use the short end first, and then the long end before you go to the ramrod. And the naproxen bottle. This is an old naproxen bottle from Walmart. I keep my 54 caliber lead balls in there. And one more thing. I have a diamond stone here, and sometimes when you shoot a lot, your flint on your hammer will chip, and you won't get any spark. So this has diamond grit on it. It has a fine side, and it has a coarse side. And what I do is I put another edge on my flint with this. This is actually harder than the flint, and that came from the suggestion of another hunter also. Rather than trying to change the flint, he said just get a diamond stone and put another edge on there, and that's something else you want to carry. Put all our stuff back in the bag. I've had more than one hunt ruined because I wasn't prepared. I had a flint's break on me. Quite a few times I pushed the ball to the bottom of the barrel and I heard a clunk, and my ramrod is marked, so I know there's no powder in there. And that ruined more than one trip hunting Devil's Hole, because you're not exactly near the road, so you have a very long walk back to the truck, and pretty much your hunt's over unless you can bump another deer later in the afternoon. Put all our stuff back in our pack here. You can, in the past when I don't go that far, I usually just put everything in my pockets. I have a lot of pockets in my hunting clothes, but over the years I prefer to do this because this is much easier. Everything is in the same spot, and if you have to reload very quick, you might miss a shot at a deer because you don't remember which pocket something is in. And this is just the way to go. You can get a small pack from Walmart for about $15 or $20, but if you buy a better pack like this from LL Bean, this will last for many years. Or any kind of fishing pack. Fishing packs are much better built, and I believe this pack I paid about $75 for, and this works really well. I use this a lot of times when I'm bow hunting. I will put my quiver on the top here if I'm not going very far from the road, and or if it's very warm, I will travel very light. All right, there's all our muzzleloader stuff. All right, I'm gonna do some more walking. Hopefully I can bump a deer here somewhere. As always, thanks for watching PA Timber Goose. Like, share, and subscribe. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to the family of outdoors people. Hit that notification bell. Every time a new video goes up, you'll be notified. And check out that community page. Got a few surveys on there. And thanks for watching PA Timber Goose. We'll see you on the next video.